On today's episode of the Views from Section 400 podcast, the Philadelphia 76ers are going to the second round. Will Joel Embiid finally get further than that? We'll see. A bunch of other NBA playoff basketball to recap, and we also have our winners and losers of the week. It's all coming up next. See you guys soon.
And just like that, we're back.
A16, turn me up.
Welcome into episode 264 of the Views from Section 400 podcast. Today is May 5th, I believe, our first ever Cinco de Mayo episode, 2026. And clap your hands, everybody, because the Philadelphia 76ers are moving on. Defeat the Boston Celtics in the postseason for the first time since 1982.
They did it. Victory. Finally win a game 7. Finally get out of the first round. Well, I guess they've been doing that, but finally beat Boston. What a series. Lost of words watching Saturday night, man. They got it done. They came together as everybody counted them out, down 3-1, rightfully so. They flip the narrative. They say, why not us? Boston gets a little panicky. They start feeling the pressure. Tatum goes out. They got it done. They got it done. They're on top of the world right now. I feel really good going into this Knicks series. I feel great going into this next series. I hope they don't make me eat my words as, we're recording this and the game is just a little bit here. But I feel really good, man. It's a different team than when we played the Knicks. I think it was last year. It's a reloaded team in a sense. The Knicks haven't seen VJ Edgecombe. I don't know who's going to stop him. He has been the X factor. And yeah, they should be riding high, knocking off Boston, who, by the way, was favored to win the Eastern Conference. So very excited moving forward. And look, next man up, next team up. The Knicks are now favored to win the Eastern Conference after the Sixers knocked out the favorites.
Yeah, and beating the Sixers are living that meme of the Grim Reaper knocking on the door. And you just hope it just keeps going to the NBA Finals. And you're definitely not the deepest team, probably not the most star power left, but at the very least, I think it's not easy to say, but you can definitely say they have the best duo remaining in the playoffs. Maxey and Embiid, first ever players to drop 30, 10, and 5 each in a game 7.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Embiid in that game, it was Maxey. And that's kind of what Embiid's needed when he's lost in all of these series in the past, is someone else just to help him at the end of games, and that's what Maxey did.
You got it, Jack.
I think you gotta take a look at like the mental and like what they're playing with. What's that, like the gusto that they're playing with? The swagger. Like exactly. Is this Edgecombe? It's got to be. It's the only new big piece this season that they just haven't had in the past.
Playoff P, pandemic P. He's actually playoff P this year. He's playing well.
He is playing well. But we've seen him in playoff series, in recent years, not really be that guy.
Damian Lillard shot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that as well as Embiid has been playing, like through the injuries with all of the chutzpah, as you'll call it, just powering through to get the job done. I think it's got to be Edgecombe or somebody in there that's making the train run, and it's exciting. Sixers are definitely a different team than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, injecting Edgecombe definitely added an extra element, secret weapon factor that they haven't had in quite some time. You have obviously Tyrese Maxey, who you add that guard duo. It's just really fun to watch, I think, as an NBA fan. And then obviously as a Sixer fan, it's a breath of fresh air that I don't think we've had since I can remember, honestly, watching. So I'm really excited, like I said, moving forward. I think if you're the Knicks, you were kind of built to play Boston and beat Boston. I don't think anybody, maybe even including people in the Sixers, they won't admit it, expected to beat Boston. So definitely threw everybody for a little bit of a wrench. Quick turnaround. You don't get a lot of time off, but, maybe sometimes that's what you need. No quick turnaround. Get, the day off, travel up there, and boom, go. Ready for the next game. Nothing to think about.
Yeah, I know Embiid could use a day off or a
probably
couple.
could,
but no, you're absolutely right.
Maybe
They're
just let them ride the adrenaline.
They're on a roll.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, the Sixers are really hot, but the Knicks, they just have one of the most impressive playoff games of all time. They were up like 70 points on the Hawks at one point.
It was definitely a combination of them, beating the brakes off the Hawks, but also the Hawks just giving up.
The Hawks were just never really that good.
Yeah, that's very true. It'll be an interesting series.
I feel really, 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 really confident going into this one. I think, they have the chip on their shoulder. Lost to New York last year. They called it Madison Square Garden South. They're doing everything they can not to let New York fans in. I'm sure they'll trickle in, but at least they're aware of it and they're trying to stop it. At least there's some preventative action being taken. But I don't know. I'm excited for the series. I think Embiid's ready to go. Embiid, for the most part, I think dominates Cat. If you look at the head-to-head numbers, as pretty much, been the guy who wins that. Like, Knicks haven't seen VJ Edgecombe. Tyrese Maxey's played all world. Playoff P is playing the best I think we've seen him in a Sixer uniform. So I don't even know what the Knicks have. I haven't been paying attention to the Knicks. They have Jalen Brunson. Is OG Anunoby still there? Cat's still there. Josh Hart's probably going to have 20 offensive rebounds. But
and Mikal Bridges. That rounds out their starting five.
Mikal Bridges as well. But, like, is the Deuce McBride guy that, like, everybody hyped
Their
up last
bench
year?
is very good. Their bench is much better than the Sixers bench. You're going to have to really win the starting minutes.
I think, and that's what I wanted to bring up too, is I think that's going to be the difference, is that second line that the Knicks have and just the lack of depth that Philly has. But I do think that Philly starting five, with playoff P playing this way, with Maxey being a superstar, and Embiid, if he could stay on the court, I know he was limping a little bit, but if he could stay on court, and then Edgecombe that's making it all drive, I think that's probably the scariest starting five in the East that's left.
100%, dude. I really think the Sixers' path to the finals, I think, is getting through that Boston series. I mean,
you can see the light. You can definitely see the light.
I 100% can see the light. And I misspoke. We didn't even make the playoffs last year. That's how we had VJ Edgecombe. It was 2 years ago. And you know who killed us in that series for whatever reason? It was Isaiah Hartenstein, who isn't there anymore. I'm not scared of Cat. I'm not scared of Mitchell Robinson. I know what Brunson is. I know what OG Anunoby is. But, like, I love the matchup. And I know the Knicks are good. I know they played well. I love the matchup.
Yeah, I think we've kind of everything we've said, I just totally agree with. I really just think we need to see the games actually be played out and see if Philly can keep up. I would be interesting to see. I'm very interested to see what the Knicks game plan is going to be. Like, is it setting screens and running all over the court and, almost playing some like backyard basketball? If so, I think that they might be able to run the Sixers out of the series.
Their offense has been really good. Much better than the Celtics was, where the Celtics couldn't really hit a shot. I'm out on Jaylen Brown, by the way. I was a big Jaylen Brown guy coming in, and then he goes in there. He has a minus 66 plus minus the last 3 games of the series. Then he goes on Twitch and starts complaining about the refs. And I'm completely out on Jaylen Brown. It's Jason Tatum's team. I hope they cut Jaylen Brown.
I was actually going to make him my loser of the week for that entire Twitch rant.
You still can. We can save that for later in the show. Yeah, but I was so mad about that.
Yeah, we can talk about that more later then.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is I thought that was AI. That's how embarrassing that clip was. But
$340 million contract can't unlame you, bro.
Yeah,
I saw that comment.
I mean, that was pretty bad. But hey, look, series is over. I know people said, the Sixers are acting like they won the championship. Like, dude, you got to understand. We just beat the Celtics. We came back from 3-1. I think there's cause for excessive celebration for that comeback victory. So was it over the top? Maybe a little bit, but I think it was justified and very, very, like, it was – I don't care that it was a little bit excessive. You had one day to celebrate it. Nick Nurse gave the players until midnight after the game to celebrate it. It was rightfully done. Celtics fans are just salty, and they're trying to cope.
Exactly. And like we're saying, if this was just like some random, wow, you guys had a great upset, now you're going to get smoked in the next round, like, okay, maybe you shouldn't get all that excited, but there is definitely a path here. You just knocked out
moving forward.
I know Boston was the 2 seed, but you just knocked out the number 1 contender in the East, right? That gives you full confidence you can go up and match up into the NBA finals.
That's kind of the difference there too, because the narrative around Embiid and the Sixers, but really just Embiid specifically the last decade, has been you can't get out of the second round and get to an Eastern Conference Finals. But in the past, they were always a top 4 seed. So they were supposed to win in the first round, and then they couldn't win this series where they had to beat a team that was supposed to make the finals. Now they did so bad in the regular season, they kind of skipped that first round. So this is their Eastern Conference semis. So they've gotten over the hump in that sense. Now you're just ahead of schedule and you got to keep going.
I see what you did there. I can agree.
Do they like not reseed? Because
they don't reseed.
No.
Because the Sixers are a 7 seed. I thought maybe they would get the Cavs if they're the 1 seed. But I guess that's just not how that works here.
No, the Pistons were the 1 seed, but also
the Pistons were my bad.
Yeah,
Pistons,
Brian and I had the same question the other day. Brian confirmed that they don't reseed, which I find so interesting. But
I think NFL is the only sport that does. Thinking about
it just makes the regular season even more like not matter for seeding. Like what's you get to play the 8 seed if you're the 1 seed, and then doesn't matter after that. Still, it's like the Knicks were the worst seed of the regular season, and they get the more favorable matchup. Now I know it's obviously the way the cards fell, but just feels like it's a little bit more of a shot at the NBA regular season again, which already takes a lot of shots.
In a weird way, I think if you're the Knicks, you'd rather play the Cavs, and if you're the Sixers, you'd rather play the Pistons. Maybe not, because you like the matchup, but that's just from the outside, I feel like they would both rather play the other team.
Yeah, I feel like the Knicks don't love getting matched up with the Sixers.
Oh, definitely not, because they're so familiar.
Yeah, and just for whatever reason, like I said, 2 years ago, Hartenstein was the one who killed us down low. I like Cat shit in his pants.
This is a different Cat though. This Cat's dropping triple doubles.
Yeah, this Cat's gonna take Embiid out to the perimeter and make him guard him out at the 3-point line,
which he can do.
But again, in a series where we're relying on Joel Embiid's durability and stamina to stay on the court, I just think that if Cat's walking him out to the 3-point line, possession after possession, they might run out of steam.
That's walking him out to the 3-point line possession after possession.
The appendix.
They started using him as like a big man point guard.
He has been popping like deep threes.
Yeah, I just think the Tibbs, Tom Thibodeau-less Knicks have definitely impressed me with some of their gameplay this year. So I'm just really interested to see how they play the Sixers.
Yeah, but the Cat has PTSD.
Cat's
playing
soft.
Joel Embiid.
Cat is soft. There's no doubt about that.
Joel Embiid, bro.
This is also the Embiid without an appendix. Right. That narrative is starting to cook.
It's starting to cook big time. We'll have to save that audio. I think you threw that out there a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago, whenever it was.
Yep.
That the appendix was holding him back for all these years.
And if they win an NBA Finals, he owes that doctor a lot of money.
He does. But either way, we'll see what happens. And excited for the series moving forward.
All right. Well, we can stay in the East here. We had another 3-1 comeback. The Pistons were down 3-1. This was the same exact result that we saw in 2003 when the Pistons played the Magic in the playoffs. Magic went up 3-1, and they blew it, and the Pistons won. This one a little different because the Pistons were favored going in. But still, this was so bad that the Magic fired their head coach, and Cade Cunningham might be the top 10 player in basketball.
I'd give him that. He's definitely earned it. He's been in MVP conversations. I think what's really hurt him was the injuries that he seems to come up with during the regular season that keeps him out for a little bit. But the Pistons are as legit as anybody. You can't mask. Cunningham wasn't there. They went down 3-1, so they almost get forgotten about a little bit. But they are the 1 seed. They are still a very good team. And I mean, Brian, you know, how are you defending the Magic now?
No Franz Wagner.
Is that what it is?
If he was there in Game 6, they don't shoot 3 for 24 in the second half.
They did. Was it Game 6 that they blew like the 30-point lead?
Yeah, and he didn't play.
So that didn't do him any favors there.
I think I'm just coping. Whoever wins the series, and obviously the Pistons have won it now, so I have to root for the Pistons. I'm rooting for them to win it all. I'm at that point. The series was rugby.
Man, you're rooting for the Sixers.
Were
I am
you
rooting
not
for
the
the
one
Sixers.
who said that the Pistons 1 seed was like illegitimate?
It's a little bit illegitimate, but the way Cade Cunningham played in that series, he outplayed playoff Paolo just enough. He's won me over. Tobias Harris is not giving you 39 points again.
They're too
Right.
deep
You also
dudes.
think like it or not, I mean, or Franz Wagner or not, they blew a 30-point lead, Brian.
Yeah,
Like you gotta fit like Wagner or not, dude. You gotta be able to hold that lead. You're telling me Wagner is worth 30 points?
He's worth like 10.
I mean, he's definitely
Yeah,
their second best.
He's their
player.
best shooter. He's their best scorer. And
Well,
when
I mean,
none
come
of them
on,
can
dude.
score.
You're telling me they can't protect that lead? I don't care that he's out. I know it hurts him that he's out, but that's still on them, man.
Oh, it's on them, and it's on the coach that just got fired.
Yeah.
If,
I mean,
if Wagner
can't
plays,
happen.
I think they have a shot. Definitely a better shot than they did these last two, where that Game 7 was so depressing too. It was just Paolo. I think he finished with like 40 points. And then Jalen Suggs was airballing threes. Wendell Carter was shooting threes and missing them. It was that team. I'm so sorry if you're a Magic fan. That was rough.
Would they have 8 points in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, they need a good coach. Get Tibbs in there.
Yeah, I could see. I mean, I don't think it's a horrible shout.
Yeah, round that team into shape.
I think he could pull some strings, and I mean, they have a good team. They clearly have a good team. They're up 3-1 on the 1 seed. Yeah, I don't know. Is it a blessing in disguise blowing that lead and getting the coach out of there? I mean, if he wins that series, he's probably signing an extension.
Yeah, they've been at the bottom of the East the last 3 years, and they've gone out in Game 7 twice. I think they got gentlemen swept by the Celtics last year. But the year before that, they took the Cavs to 7. And then this year they took the Pistons, the 1 seed Pistons to 7. So they're close. They just need a good coach. You look like you want to say something mean about Paolo, Jack.
I just think the Magic are a B team.
I mean, they're good. A right coach instead of being like a 8 seed, maybe with the right coach, they could probably be what the Raptors are.
Yeah, that's a really good comp.
Exactly.
The Raptors are a B team,
but they don't have a
star. 5 seed.
I think Paolo's a better star. Like Paolo and Franz are better than Barnes and Ingram, although that's kind of still close.
Yeah, it wasn't a knock.
Yeah,
it's kind of what it is. And I mean, we can pivot to that too, because I was so sad watching the Raptors go down, man. I wanted them to get out of that series. Big Brandon Ingram guy. RJ Barrett hitting that 3 in Game 7 that bounced 70 feet up in the air. I don't know what is in the water.
Lose after that.
I know.
It's like the equivalent of the Andy Chavez robbed home run and then you lose.
I mean, dude, something's in the air up there during playoff games and last second bounces.
Yeah, it's the Great Lakes. And maybe we have another Great Lakes series coming up with the Pistons and the Cavs. So maybe we'll get some more.
Yeah, I don't know, but that was almost more unbelievable than the Kawhi bounce. I just think the Kawhi bounce had just so many bounces, which made it ridiculous. But I mean, dude, that thing shot 40 feet in the air off the back iron.
And also the impact of that Kawhi shot.
Yeah, I know, because it was literally the buzzer was the thing. The freaking ball bounced so many times on the rim, it gave it enough time for the buzzer to go off.
Poor Jimmy Butler.
That was their chance, man. Well, maybe they get redemption this year. Still got a shot.
Yeah. Cade Cunningham, second in points among players left in the playoffs, third in assists among players left in the playoffs, and third in three-pointers among players left in the playoffs.
In the Eastern Conference right now, who are the top 5 players remaining? Remaining, not isolated to position only. The top 5 players, however you want to justify it, whether it's important to the team, outright, one solo guy, way better, like just outright dominance. The top 5 remaining players in the Eastern Conference.
I think we can all agree on Embiid and Cade, right?
Yeah,
I thought Brian was going to say Cade number 1, just how much he's been highlighted.
Yeah, I can rank them for you. I'll go.
No, that's what I said, the top 5.
Yeah, I'll go Cade 1, Embiid 2, Maxey 3, Donovan Mitchell 4, Brunson 5.
Wow.
Maybe Brunson should be 4. That's a little different.
I probably would have flipped Brunson. I think that's
you got to have one for each team as your top 4. Because if the Knicks don't have Brunson, they're done.
Well, then I got to drop Maxey to 5. Is what you're saying?
Unless you think he's more important than Embiid.
No,
that's the way I'm looking at it. The way I'm looking at it is like the Knicks. I mean, Brunson, the Sixers, it's Embiid. Pistons, it's Cade, and then the Cavs, it's Donovan Mitchell. And like those 4 guys need to be there. Like if you want to do like 1 A, B, C, D, you can. But like those, like all 4 of those teams need that one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you got to rank them against each other.
Yeah, we're just doing we're not doing most important for their team.
We're like doing the best,
5 best.
The 5 best. Oh, 5 best. Okay. My bad.
You could take the whole Knicks starting lineup if you want to.
If you really wanted to. I think it's fine to have Maxey in there, but I mean, right now, going based off form, like you could.
The soccer head in you jumped out there.
It did a little bit, I guess, but you could say Brunson in 3, Maxey 4, Mitchell 5.
Yeah, Donnie ahead of Brunson was a little egregious. So yeah. I think he's definitely 5. I don't know. Maxey is coming off a really good series, and Brunson has been good. But the Knicks, I think Brunson's been overshadowed just by the Knicks playing team ball. And the Sixers has been all Maxey and Embiid, basically.
The Knicks are definitely the deepest team on here. So I can understand, giving a knock to Brunson. But after Embiid, I think he's probably the best player in the East.
Is Embiid the best player remaining in the East?
Yes.
No.
I say that very full-heartedly.
I have Cade above Embiid.
Embiid, Cade, Brunson, Maxey, Mitchell. I don't hate that list. But Brian, you flip Cade and Embiid, so you go Cade.
Yeah. So we're on the same page. I
think
our rankings are just.
I think our 3 to 5 are fine. I'm fine with being biased towards Embiid coming off the insane series he kind of had. They both had insane series. They both had 3-1 comebacks. It's more impressive for the Sixers. They did it as 7 seed. It's still impressive for the Pistons, but they were the 1 seed. They got Game 7 at home.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be willing to say Cat's probably in my top 5.
Above Mitchell?
Yeah, I'm probably leaving the Cavs off this list. If we're just doing 5 best players remaining, yeah, the Cavs are getting left off this
You
list.
can probably. I'm fine with that. The Cavs have been so weird. The
Has
thing is
Mitchell
about them,
even
like,
been like going off crazy?
no, he's been fine, but
Like he's been fine, probably.
and I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know
like
how they're
you know,
going
they've
to
been
deal
getting
with the
good minutes
Pistons
from
defense.
Jared Allen.
I guess, but like, Aswar Thompson's going to make Donnie's life a living hell. Tobias Harris, you can put on Harden.
God,
It's going to have to
I
be.
don't want to watch that matchup.
Yeah, then you have Jalen Duren kicking it with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. That's just going to be another ugly Great Lakes series that may never start because the Cavs Raptors never started.
I mean, Mitchell in the postseason, 23 points, just under 5 rebounds and 3 assists.
Which, I mean, all fine, but
Oh, he's fine. So who was better? Who was worse?
I'm still having Mitchell at 5. That series, they weren't getting the 200 points. It was always like 98 to 90.
Yeah, like Embiid in 4 games was 28, 9, and 7.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Maxey was probably up at around 28 too.
Yeah.
He probably was.
Well, BJ Edgecombe had like what a 44-point game.
27, 5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. And that was in 7 games.
Yeah, Edgecombe was just really volatile because I think he didn't make a 3-point shot in their 3 losses. So when he was good, they won. But I mean, that's what you're going to get from a rookie.
Pretty much.
But his averages probably didn't come out that great.
He was 15, 7, and 3.
Okay.
With a steal a game.
As your third option, that'll definitely play.
38 and a half minutes a game in the playoffs. It's a lot of minutes.
It's good stuff.
Let's see what Brunson was. Real quick on Brunson, just so we can
I'm going to guess
pull it up.
26, 8, and 3.
26, only 2.5 rebounds, and 6.2 assists.
I was off by an assist.
What? Didn't you give him 8 rebounds?
I give him 8 assists and 3 rebounds.
Only played 6 games though. Why'd he miss a game? Oh,
it only went 6.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, let's go to the West here. Nothing too crazy happened out west. The Timberwolves did finish off the Nuggets.
Very surprising. I think we all kind of thought, even though it was 1-1 or 2-2 or whatever it was, we're like, the Nuggets have it. The Nuggets can get it done. But, I was kind of doing a little bit of a deeper dive on the Denver Nuggets. And after that NBA title in 2021, 2022?
It's been like 3 years, right?
They haven't been that good in the playoffs, really, since they fired Karl Malone, which is interesting to think. Or whatever. Is it Karl Malone? No, Michael
Malone, yeah.
Was Karl Malone
he was a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer that is problematic?
Yeah. Whoever the Malone coach was, I'm talking about.
Head coach of UNC now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wild world we live in.
Yeah, they downhill when they got rid of him. I mean, the Nuggets have not been good since
Michael Porter Jr.'s brother went to jail.
Yeah, really. And then they got rid of MPJ, and then they got rid of Bones Highland, although Bones Highland requested a trade and then talked shit about it on Twitter. Said, don't get rid of me, and then I'll beat you. Averaged 1.2 in that series. But yeah, you can't – if you're Jokic, you can't lose to Bones Highland and Terrence Shannon Jr. in a Game 6.
Yeah, I'm struggling with this one because there's like in one hand, there's that argument where you're like, Jokic, you're this superstar, supposed best player in the league, MVP candidate year in, year out. And you're like, you can't win this series. Like, how many times have we seen LeBron do it, right? And people want to compare him to him. Like, I'm having like, that's a very valid argument. And then the other argument is, he didn't have any help. Hobbled Aaron Gordon and Christian Braun. As much as I like him, he hasn't done anything for him.
He was terrible. Jamal Murray was terrible.
So, like, I can understand it, but man, I'm disappointed that I'm not going to get to see any more Jokic this season. I can say that.
Yeah, the Nuggets always just kind of felt weird this year. And I guess since they've won their title, they've just felt weird.
One, and Jokic said, if this was Serbia, everyone would get fired. So
Which, I don't think he's wrong.
No, it's definitely not wrong. So you can definitely expect, maybe some coaching changes, some players getting shuffled around. I would expect a busy offseason for the Denver Nuggets.
They have.
Well, so basically, right, they're looking to get Jokic on the extension. And I think upper management, inside sources close to the situation, strongly believe Jokic is going to sign that extension. He's going to be there. So what they have to do is get to the drawing board and do you reload on some of your bigger contracts? How do you retool the bench, right? Like you got rid of Michael Porter Jr., but is Aaron Gordon still in the picture? What do you do with Jamal Murray? Like those are the questions you have to ask after you figure out the Jokic portion. But Jokic, as I said, sources close to the situation, probably going to be back, probably going to sign that extension that keeps him, a Nugget for life. Is he involved? Does he trust upper management? How does upper management retool the pieces around him to kind of get back on track?
I mean, you would think when we've seen this, LeBron definitely set the standard. But when you've got a superstar of that caliber that you're building your team around, get them in the room. Make sure you're playing with people that they like. Jokic wants to play with. It helped Giannis win a championship. Milwaukee did that with him. So I think it would be a good play to get him involved, but we'll see.
I don't know if he cares enough to get involved.
There's that too, right?
They'll probably ask him. They'll probably ask him.
Yeah, they might, but he might say, "Hey, I want to go hang out and bet the horses in the offseason."
They can
Could you imagine, Nicola? Like, you have the opportunity to handpick your teammates. We'll go get anyone for you. No, that's your job.
I mean, it might be what he does. He clearly cares about winning when he's on the court, but I don't know if he wants to hang out in Denver in the middle of.
He doesn't
August.
have to. He doesn't have to.
Nope.
It's 2026, Brian.
But at
get
the
him
same
on Zoom call.
Time changes.
But at the same time, if he wants to go out there and win a championship actually, that's the thing is, does he even really care to go out there and go win championships?
I don't know. It's hard to tell with that guy.
Like he definitely, when he shows up on the court, he wants to go out there and win the basketball game.
I think he does to an extent, but he values his off-season free time.
Yeah.
But when he's there, he shows up. He's ready to work. He competes hard. He plays hard. He tries to win. I think he does want to try and win another title, be there, whatever. But, now it's the off season. You're right. I don't think he's hanging around in Denver to work out there for the summer.
And if he's working on any basketball, he's probably working on the Serbian national team and how they can get ready for the next Olympics, and he can go win that.
Yeah, but I think he's going to work out over the summer. It'll just be in Serbia.
Oh yeah, he was looking skinny in the playoffs.
Yeah, so it's what he wants to do. It's where he wants to be. Well, I guess we'll see. Like the only report we have is that GM owner feel confident that he will be back. I don't see any reason for him not to be. He's probably going to be a Nugget for life. I think he can sign for the most money with the Nuggets.
I don't think he's trying to ring chase like KD and go to all these new different teams just because that gives you a better chance of winning a ring. I don't think that Jokic really cares about that.
Should we talk about KD? I have a theory.
Do we need to?
Do we need to really highlight him?
Give us your theory, and then we're moving on.
Does he need attention?
Do you think that somebody told him not to play in the playoffs, and he wasn't actually hurt? No, just like I don't know, or maybe he told himself. I don't know if he was actually injured. I have my bat signal up.
Dude, you were just like Dr. Brian. First, it's Tatum didn't tear his Achilles. Now it's KD's not hurt.
Yeah, I'm not getting behind this.
The Tatum one was a little more far-fetched. This one, like, I don't know, he has the burner thing.
No,
come
I'm
out
not.
middle of the
You
season.
have
I'm
no
not-
idea.
I'm not getting behind this one, especially because we've seen KD go out there in the playoffs while somewhat questionably hurt, and then he has an even bigger injury to have to deal with. So no, I'm not with you on this one, Brian.
Okay, I just had to ask. I'm not even all the way there myself. I wanted to see.
I don't even
test the
like
waters.
KD like that, and I just got offended for him.
Yeah, poor Rockets.
Yeah, I can't say I can't say I'm getting behind Katie's not injured train.
Yeah, and let's focus on the real winner there, which is LeBron James, and getting, as you said, vintage LeBron in another series and against the league's best should be a fun one.
Look,
Yeah.
you know what's sorry, you got it, Brian.
Luca, a report came out today that from Brian Windhorst, I think, that he's not close to returning. So that may help my theory about the Lakers not wanting Luca to come back. But the more I've said on that, the more I'm starting to think they kind of need Luca to win this series.
Oh, you're just starting to think that?
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting on how many I guess what the odds were or what the odds are and how many tickets are out there. I mean, Lakers were like plus 50,000.
Yeah, this series the projections are crazy. Both of the West series, the Spurs are supposed to
Not for this series to win it all.
Oh, yeah, to win it all, they're even crazier.
Yeah, the odds are so like if you think they can get past the Thunder, you might as well at least take a future on them to win the West, because I think if they do somehow magically pull it off, like they'll get the West done.
They'll have to magically pull off something against Wemby,
Or
then.
it just pulls or opens the door for the Spurs that much more.
Yeah, the odds to win the West right now, OKC minus 225, and then you got San Antonio at plus 240, the Lakers at plus 1800, and then Minnesota at plus 3500.
I mean, that is a massive fall off.
Huge difference. I mean,
And
OKC.
that's what we have on the other side is Spurs T-Wolves.
Spurs T-Wolves, yeah.
Yeah, they have game one tonight as we're recording this. The Spurs are 13-point favorites. So
Wow.
Timberwolves are not getting much. Although that was before,
Ant.
I think Ant's playing. That line
Ant's
was before
supposed to play.
he was playing, so maybe that's gone down.
But
I don't
yeah,
know.
no, the West. I mean, at least the odds makers are making it very clear that OKC is a very solid favorite. San Antonio is a solid second place, and then from there, like if you think the Lakers or the Timberwolves can do it, by all means, good on you. You're gonna win a big ticket.
There is a path for LeBron. It's not a great one, but if you can just get one game in the first three and get down 2-1 and then maybe get Luka back for game 4, there's a chance. There's a chance there. You got to win one of three. You can't go down 3-0.
Well, you got to win one of the first two. You got to go take one.
I don't know if you got to steal one early, but if you can just win that first one in LA, get to 2-1, get a little momentum back, and then Luka back for game 4 at home, you could tie that series at 2, and then you just got to win a best of 3. Stealing one would help, but I don't think you have to steal one.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Still, though, it's going to be.
They got to steal one. They got to steal one.
It's a tall task. LeBron's going to have to be dropping like 40, 15, and 10. And you're going to need to get 30 from Reeves.
You either steal one early or you got to go win a game 7 at their place.
And that's not going to happen when you need Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart to hit shots on the road in a hostile environment.
That's like where for me, like I know LeBron can do it, and I know he elevates the role players, and the unsung hero always comes to play for LeBron, that you least expect it. I guess Marcus Smart has kind of assumed that role a little bit thus far. At least with the first
Luke Kennard and Smart have been
the guys. But yeah, when it gets deeper and deeper, you're like, you really kind of need Luka back. As much as you want LeBron to do his vintage LeBron stuff and will his team, it's like, all right, man, at some point, it's just too big to rig. You need your all-world.
Yeah. It's a durability and stamina thing, right? For 10 minutes, LeBron can still be the best player in the world, but like you can't rely on him for 40-ish, 40-ish minutes. I don't know how many minutes he's playing right now. Probably 36 minutes a game.
Going
if I
like
had to guess.
35.
35. Like, asking him to do that game in and game out, and I was talking about this the other day, without A. Reeves and Luka, like, bringing the ball up, that's something you're asking LeBron to do more and more often. That's just a lot of wear and tear that, when these series keep going on, it's just, how do you see them winning the whole thing?
Right now,
I want him to win.
Right now, with LeBron's current form, is he the best player in this series?
No, it's still SGA. And I know you hate SGA, Jack.
Well, I mean, just based on the results,
fair.
it's going to be SGA because he's going to get a million fucking you're going to have to edit that out because he's getting a million foul calls. It's just freaking ridiculous.
He does other things too. He's the best mid-range shooter.
Moan and complain.
And he is a great player. But I didn't know if, Brian's vintage LeBron this, vintage LeBron that. I didn't know if he was going to, if the blinders were going to be on. And
LeBron's too. Maybe if Luke is healthy, LeBron drops down to 3. But right now, he's 2.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But no, SGA, when it's all said and done, is going to average 30 with 12 coming from the stripe. And it's just going to be terrible to watch, as always. But who knows? Maybe with the King on the other side, he can moan and complain enough where it's a net loss.
I mean,
and we don't get no complaining.
He gets his fair share of calls, LeBron does, and I'm honestly excited for Game 1, man. I mean, I'm excited for it to start, excited to watch. Hopefully, it's not a blowout, but I mean, if Thunder win Game 1 by 30, that's gonna kind of throw that series out the window for me, unfortunately.
And that's why I think they might need to steal one of the first two, because if they go down 2-0 without getting any real momentum going.
Oh, they go down 2-0 because the Thunder are splitting in LA at a minimum. At a minimum, are splitting in LA.
But what if
it's not going to go to Brian. You just said he's not close, and now
by Game 4, that's like what, a week?
That's not 6 weeks away.
Yeah, I don't know what Wendy means when he says not close.
Game 4 will be in like 6, right? It'll go Tuesday, Thursday, then Game 3
Monday.
Yeah, I guess Game 4 would be in a week from Tuesday.
Yeah, maybe.
That's still not a lot of time for when the coach says he's not, or whoever said he's not close. A week is not like. If he said imminent, I'd feel really good. Or he's doing basketball activities, but not close means he might not even do basketball activities for
He's
another
not doing contact basketball activities as of now, which isn't great.
It's not looking good.
And the Thunder have beaten the Lakers by 19 points in 5 games in a row, by at least 19 points.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, the more we're talking about this, I am very convinced the Lakers need to come out and win Game 1.
Yeah,
they can lose the next 2, but they need to come out and win Game 1, and then they need to. After 4 games, they need to be split 2-2. I don't think LeBron's coming back 3-1 on this team.
No, they gotta. You're right. They gotta steal Game 1.
Gotta steal Game 1. All right, LeBron, you've stolen Game 1s before.
Not the end of the world. Because then you're right. Right. They lose the next 2 games and you're still at a position that you can regain quick momentum. Tie it up 2-2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you go down 2-0, then you win Game 3. It's like, OKC still got for Game 4.
Yeah, no, okay, because OKC, they go up 2-0. And then in that third game, they're like, all right, you know what? We can rest a couple extra minutes. We can concede this one. And then they absolutely come back and dominate Game 4. Right. And then it's 3-1, and the Lakers are caught with their pants down.
A must-win. Can't remember the last time I've seen a must-win Game 1 in any playoff series.
Especially for LeBron James. I mean, this could be
intense.
Honestly, since that one finals, J.R. Smith game. Since that game, this is gonna be the biggest Game 1 of LeBron's career since that game for sure.
I think I can agree with that. this the biggest game of LeBron's career?
Next one's always the biggest one. No, that Game 7 against San Antonio was probably the biggest of his career.
Back out to Allen for 3. All right, want to do some winners and losers?
Let's do it.
Jack, let's start with your winner of the week.
My winner of the week, and I really hope I didn't get sentelled by CNN here because this is a CNN report, but my winner of the week is going to be the Dick's Sporting Good manager who gave out discounts totaling $3.6 million to any man over 40 who said he was getting back into it.
Wait, hold on. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, there is, because I thought I saw a different report and the guy was ringing stuff up at the register, but just refunding it back to his credit card. And he round up a shit ton of refunds that all went back to his credit card or back to his card, whatever.
That's not what I'm seeing here. So
There was also a report like that as well.
a couple
What
of
is going on
these
at Dick's Sporting Goods?
examples,
Lot going on at Dick's.
$310 cleats given to a 47-year-old returning to co-ed softball after a hernia. $1,800 in compression gear sold for $24 to a man who signed up for a 5K. A full golf club set marked 94% off for a customer who mentioned a swing back in 98. So basically this guy was saying, asking the customers oh, you getting back into it? And if they said yes, he would, basically give them a huge discount. And he said he believed he was doing a public service because every man over 40 deserves a comeback.
Okay, so I love this guy.
He's my winner. He's my hero. I love this guy.
But this had to be a 5-year thing. $3.6 million? And he's the manager of one store?
Yeah, that's what it said.
That is a lot of merchandise.
Look, whether this was real or not, don't know, but absolutely, I love this guy.
He's the Santa Claus of sporting goods for old men.
He's just trying to get guys to, get back into it.
Hey, get this. What are those Charles Barkley's and Doug Flutie are the spokespeople for those testosterone commercials. Just get this guy to give out free Dick's Sporting Goods.
There you go.
Great winner of the week. My God. What's his name? We need to shout this man out.
It just says Dick's Sporting Good manager. Doesn't say his name.
Doesn't say where.
Somebody commented, do they always arrest you before giving you a Nobel Peace Prize?
I mean, this is in his right as manager to just give him clearance items. You could just make something for sale, right?
Well, no, to a degree, it gets illegal and you get in trouble and fined and arrested and sued and all that good stuff. So,
but what do you do here if you're Dick's Sporting Goods corporate? This is good PR, I feel like.
Maybe it's a fake report, Brian. I don't know.
Can't be fake. That would ruin my.
I don't think it's fake. I really don't. I just saw a whole bunch of extra articles about it as I was looking into it more. So. Yeah, no, if I'm Dick's Sporting Goods, I go, look, I can appreciate what you were trying to do here, but you can't give away $3.6 million worth of merch. I'd probably have him be the new head of my
you fire him as
discount
manager and then hire him for the marketing team.
Yeah, something like that, promotions team.
Put him in a cubicle in the corner of the corporate office where you could keep an eye on him. Up his salary a little bit. I think it's a win-win for all parties involved.
All right, David Stern, relax.
All right. Matt, your winner of the week.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one to follow up here, but I'm going to have to give a shout to my guy, Mickey Moniak, who's had one of the hottest starts of the season, tied or just off the pace, leading the league in home runs with 11, batting .327 with his batting average. And there is no other guy. How great would it be if he is the starting center fielder for the National League in the All-Star game, and the All-Star game this year is in Philadelphia. He's pacing really nicely right now. Like I said, batting .327, 11 home runs. And I don't know, the Rockies don't get a lot of publicity. They don't get a lot of attention. I was a big Mickey Moniak guy. It was sad to see him go, but it was the right move. He wasn't quite panning out, but just shows, man, when you draft a kid at 18 years old. I mean, it took him 10 years. He's 28 years old. He's batting .330. 11 home runs, which is like second in the league or second in the National League, whatever it is, just off the pace. And, just happy to see the guy going off. So he's not going to get a lot of props because he's on the Rockies, but had to give a shout out to my guy, Mick.
Big podcast for Colorado sports today. This is kind of what you need when you're that high draft pick and obviously big expectations in Philly, and just get sent out to Colorado where no one really gives a rat's ass. And now
he went to LA. He was in the Estevez trade. I think we traded Moniak for Estevez straight up, or maybe it was the Brandon Marsh trade. It was either Marsh or Estevez back in 2022. I think it was Marsh.
That would make sense.
It was. I don't know, because we also traded Moniak and we traded Logan O'Hoppe. Those were the two pieces. We made multiple trades with the Angels.
Could use some Logan O'Hoppe right now.
We could really use O'Hoppe right now. But
that's a rough one.
That was in 2022 when Real Muto was still the guy. I mean, he's still the guy right now, but he was still playing well, and they were gearing up for a run. But I don't know, man. 28 years old. I mean, that's what's so crazy. Like, bro, this guy got drafted 10 years ago. They called him a bust, number 1 overall. Now he's batting .330 and has great power numbers.
Sam Darnold of MLB.
Crazy how baseball works.
Sometimes it takes a while.
It does. He's only 28.
It helps to play in Colorado too.
I guess a little bit, but like still, 330 is 330.
Oh yeah,
it's a great average.
Hey, the Rockies swept the Mets, so can't be that bad of a team.
Yeah, I saw
everyone
Vientos thought he hit a home run and it didn't even go to the warning track.
Yeah. Actually, the Mets are
he was waving for a home run.
Mets are up 4-0 right now. Might win 2 in a row. Can't remember the last time that happened.
There you go.
All right, we'll go to my winner of the week. It's going to be women. The Kentucky Derby had the first women trainer ever in Sherry DeVoe to win a Kentucky Derby. Her horse, Golden Tempo. Sherry has 9 siblings, 7 of them brothers. So she just women everywhere. She was out fraction 7-3. Yeah, 2 sisters. And how about now, family? She won a Kentucky Derby.
That's awesome. I saw they had a camera on her, I guess, during the whole race, and just seeing her live reaction and the cheering and the freaking out and her hugging all of her family and friends around her afterwards. Loved it. Super happy for her.
That was an insane end of that race too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Boy came flying in from the outside.
I had 6 Speed who pretty much led that entire race.
Oh, that's rough.
And fell apart at the end. Had some good long shot odds. I think it was 10 to win 300 was around what his odds were coming in at, and he was winning that whole race, and then just lost steam at the end, which usually how it goes. I mean, there's a guy who's leading, and then at the end they gear up. But to come from the back like Golden Tempo did to win that race, first female trainer ever. They've been doing this longest continuous sporting event in American history, 152nd, I think they just had.
Yep.
So yeah, props to her being the winning trainer, and yeah, man, it was did it as dramatic as you could. I mean, he was in pretty much dead last, and the ground that Golden Tempo had to make up was nothing short of just spectacular. It's almost unbelievable, and got it done. Also a nod to the horse that was 70-1, who was right there. And yeah, they came in third, but I mean, I know third is third, but it was a lot closer than third. I mean, that it was like they were right there.
I mean, horse racing third counts for a hell of a lot too.
Yeah.
It does. But I mean, that would, for being the 70-1, I mean, that would have been unbelievable.
Yeah, there's a great video. So both of the horse that came in third and then Golden Tempo is like the trainer box and then all the family members, they were sitting right next to each other. So the Kentucky Derby took a video of both of their box reactions to it, and they were just all going nuts. Even the horse that came in third place, like the people were going more nuts than Golden Tempo's people.
Yeah. I think I bet on Bob Bafford's horse, Penente.
Yeah, guy's a
The most
scumbag.
expensive horse. Yeah, well, the guy knows what he's doing, whether he's a scumbag or not.
Tends to be the case with most people that know what they're doing.
Yeah, I guess so, but whatever. Hey, he did his time. He paid for the crime. He's back on good merit now, I think.
Yeah.
He did.
Enough.
He did. He paid his time and paid fees. So he paid for what he did.
All right, Jack, you want to talk some Jaylen Brown for your loser?
Yeah, like I don't want to use like choice words right now, but like what are you doing, dude? Like in the history of basketball, in the history of sports, like there have been thousands, if not like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of athletes who have lost a game or a series or whatever that didn't go online. And I know the internet hasn't been around forever, but didn't go online and like start ranting and doing a film breakdown. Like, what are you doing? Like calling out the refs and stuff? Leave that to the fans. Let us complain for you. It's such a weird. I've never seen another athlete do that before. Major L, very lame behavior.
Yeah, so Ben Simmons, I think, and Matt, you might know more than I do, but I feel like he was pretty big on Twitch. Like he would always stream playing video games.
He was a big stream guy, but he wasn't going on doing like the just chatting segment on Twitch where they're just camera on him and he's scrolling around. I mean, he was a big PUBG guy, so he was actually playing video games. But you're right, he was on.
Yeah, this is like a headline that if I saw it was Ben Simmons, I'd still be surprised, but I'd understand it because he's Ben Simmons and he just does weird stuff.
Right.
Seeing this from Jaylen Brown, I was like what you said. What are you doing?
Yeah, I thought he was always just like a low key guy. Wasn't really kind of in the public eye. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, Jason Tatum's supposed to be the guy that makes the headlines on that team
for the weird, corny stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe there's just been so much Jason Tatum that's rubbed off on Jaylen Brown that he's crossed over to the dark side.
But this is like something that's going to mess with, I don't know how much it's going to mess with like your shoe deals, but he was pissed off at Nike during the Olympic run for some reason because I guess he blamed Nike for not getting on the Olympic team because he's not sponsored by Nike and other Nike athletes got on. But you're not going to get signed to Nike if you're going on Twitch and yelling about refs and just weird behavior. From a team coached by Joe Mazzulla, who like preaches just not speaking to the media and being a warrior. Icky.
Yeah,
icky is a good word for it.
That's that guy. Brian's all in on Tatum.
Yeah, I'm all in on Tatum now. Like I've had a love-hate relationship with Tatum, mainly due for gambling reasons since he's come into the league, and I've kind of just liked Jaylen Brown. That's completely flipped. I am all out on Jaylen Brown now.
Well, he's out.
Thank goodness for that. All right, Matt, you're a loser of the week.
Yeah, I'm actually going to jump across the pond here to England. Manchester City draws Everton yesterday 3-3. Why is this huge? You guys know I'm an Arsenal fan. Manchester City drawing, that means Arsenal controls their destiny for the rest of the year. They're on 35 matches played in the Premier League. You play 38. City still a game behind, but Arsenal 6 points ahead. If City were to play their next game and win, they would not be able to tie, which means Arsenal control their destiny. Why it's also significant, they played Everton, who are middle of the table or worse. So City should have won that game, should have kept the pressure on. Arsenal have 3 games left against subpar opponents. They just have to keep the pace, should be able to win all 3 and capture their first Premier League title in over 20 years. So my loser of the week will be Manchester City, who bottled it to Everton. And I'm hoping finally gift Arsenal a Premier League title, which, I mean, would be absolutely fantastic.
I know you and our guy Will would be wide awake at like 8 a.m. for whatever possible clinching game they would have.
Oh, yeah. Big time. And it's usually on the weekend, so we love to see that. I'd have to see how it all shakes out. I think, it can clinch different ways, right? Like if City were to somehow lose that game they have in hand, I think it could be like the reverse clinch where Arsenal doesn't have to do anything and the other team helps them out. But, this was a game that City was expected to win. They should have won, and it was a nuts game nonetheless, and they only got 1 point from it instead of 3. And not only did City lose, they lost the season and will not win the Premier League. So big ups to the boys. If you're an Arsenal fan, you are stoked.
If you are a Tottenham Hotspurs fan, you're probably not stoked right now.
You're rattled right now.
Can you tell you tell our fans a little more about what's going on with them right now?
Well, it would have been more fun to touch on last week because they were in the relegation zone. So I don't know if you guys know, the 20 teams.
They're better off now, right?
Yeah, 20
they're
teams
not still in the relegation zone.
20 teams in the Premier League, 18, 19, and 20 go down. So of the 4 teams that are in it, Wolves are already done, Burnley are already done. So it's pretty much between West Ham and Tottenham. 3 to go. West Ham's on 36 points. Tottenham's on 37 points. So that pushed Tottenham 1 game ahead. We can see kind of how it plays out here.
They're going to be fine. The NFL is going to get involved.
West Ham play Arsenal, Newcastle, Leeds. So Arsenal, West Ham does not do Arsenal, Newcastle does not do West Ham any favors. So I think Tottenham will probably be fine, which is a shame. Would have been hilarious to see them go down.
It's one of those other teams you said, Burnley. Is that the Ryan Reynolds team?
That's Wrexham, and we got to pour one out for Wrexham because they will not be getting promoted to the Premier League.
They don't make the playoff? I thought they were still in the playoff.
No, they missed the playoff by 1 point.
Is that season over, though?
Yep, they needed a win on their final game of the year. They tied.
Well, this was their first year in the championship, so
they just could have gone back to back to back to back, and they will not do that.
It's honestly probably better that they didn't.
Yeah,
they would have been overmatched in the Premier League.
Reload this year, and they'll probably get up next year, but they got close. Just couldn't pull it off.
We'll have to see. Tottenham go Leeds, Chelsea, which will be tough for them, and then Everton, who just drew City today. So not exactly a cakewalk. Both teams play Leeds. So, if Leeds can somehow come out and get a result, that's on Monday, May 11th. They can get a result against Tottenham. But again, I think Brian's right. Tottenham is they're
going to be protected.
The NFL
they're going to be protected.
Roger knows exactly what he needs to do, who he needs to call.
They'll be.
And why would he?
Why would you want to play games in a championship stadium?
They play in the stadium there.
Yeah, but regardless of where Tottenham is, which league, that stadium is still standing.
Yeah, but you lose a lot of money by going down to the championship.
You lose a lot of money, and then fans could boycott the stadium and not
bad
show
things
up to
will
the
happen.
NFL event.
They get relegated.
They won't show up to the NFL event because they're like, we're boycotting the team, boycotting the stadium. then it hurts Rodgers' pocket.
Oh, that would definitely hurt Rodgers' pocket.
So, and Rodgers Mr. International right now. So he's trying to grow this game on a global scale.
So this would ruffle some feathers and upset the status quo, and we just can't have that.
Yeah, this would go. But it is also interesting and fair to think about. West Ham play in London Stadium, which I believe they've also have had. I mean, it's West Ham Stadium's right in London. It's huge, brand new. Tottenham's right in London, huge, brand new. And then they play in Wembley. So it's, West Ham have a massive stadium right in London too. So it might be a little bit protected, but it is also interesting to see the Fly Guys go up 1-0. That's the way you needed to start it. That's the way you needed to start it.
All right.
Brian, who's your loser of the week?
I'm actually going to go double winner. I'll save my loser I had prepared for LaMike. I'll figure out a way to do that.
He was going to try and throw the Fly Guys under the bus, but they just scored.
No. It's just going to be a little more long-winded. But I'll go double winner for a quick one. It's going to be America because Skip Bayless is returning the first take on Friday. First time since 2016. We get Stephen A. and Skip.
I used to be a huge Stephen A. Skip Bayless first take guy. Huge.
They set the standard for today's hot take, yell at each other, sports media. And whether you like it or not, they did it. So they're coming back.
Now just every once in a while, throw Mad Dog in there.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm sure they'll talk about Dak Prescott and LeBron James and probably Bronny James, but I wonder if they still have their fastballs.
It'll be a lot of LeBron talk.
I'm interested.
It'll be a lot of Cowboy talk. I mean, that was what their segment was. Skip's a Cowboy fan. Stephen A. hates the Cowboys. I mean, that's what they're going to be propped up on. And the Fly Guys get another goal. We're fucking hot, boys.
Going to get a lot of Caleb Downs talk on there, maybe some Mekhi Lemon. It'll be fun. They need to make that prime time. Screw 9 a.m. Get a good 6:30 right before a playoff game. First take.
I got a good feeling. It's going to work. It's going to be entertaining.
I hope it's a trial run for Skip and ESPN is just like, yeah, maybe we'll bring you back. This better not be a one-off special.
Oh, it's supposed to just be like a one-time.
He's just coming back on Friday. Just one time for the one time.
Oh, I thought
you meant he was back. I thought this was coming back.
I'm sorry, no.
Wow. Okay, so we're just getting a guest appearance.
He could be coming back, and it's just like a trial. But all they've said is he will be on the show on Friday.
I thought we were getting him like.
Yeah, I was getting a little excited actually. I'm
sorry now. Like maybe not every day, but every Friday.
Maybe it'll turn into every Friday. They'll do like a Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee type thing.
Yeah, that would be some good stuff, but
dang. All right. Well, still a winner. We're still getting it.
Something to look forward to, right?
Some good content.
Maybe it is a loser because it's not full time.
It's like the Brady roast. It's like, all right, we'll get a good few hours of content that we can watch.
Yeah, I mean, they do first take every day, right? Like, just have them on Fridays.
Yeah, maybe that's. I know someone at ESPN's listening. Just do that. Just give us Skip Fridays.
You are now in the mix with DJ Savage.
All right. Well, I think that's the show, gentlemen.
Bye.
See everybody on Thursday.